What a lot of you call spirit spouse, spirit husband, spirit wife, or spiritual marriage cannot destroy, bind, or control a chosen soul. I've made you people understand this in so many of my videos. As a chosen soul, you have so much power and authority. The only time this kind of things can infiltrate you is when you do not know the kind of authority you have and you don't know how to use it. Okay, you must realize that most times all this spirit spouse thing is just from unprocessed emotional trauma, soul ties, spiritual sexual doors that you have opened. You see the importance of abstinence, okay? And all these fears, most of them capitalize on your fears, okay? Now, darkness only have power over you when you remain ignorant of who you are, when you refuse to align with who you are, when you allow yourself to be intimidated, allow fear into you, when you are unholy, you are doing what you're not supposed to do, which opens the room to spiritual infiltration. Okay? And then when you are panicking, when you know who you are and you relax in your authority, you gain total control over most of these things that are disturbing you as a chosen soul. Maybe any other person might not, but specifically as a chosen soul, you have what it takes to fix it. Okay? Now, there is a kind of intimacy you have with someone. That's why I always emphasize on abstinence. You save yourself a lot. When you have intimacy with an unaligned, chaotic, or toxic person, you expose yourself to a lot of attacks, physically and spiritually. When you engage yourself in all these explicit videos that you people watch to get yourself high, all these things, you open the door for all this spiritual pollution. When you are in a marriage with a cheating partner, these are the kind of things that visit you in your home, because those energies they are bringing actually attract things like this. Okay, now the purpose of all this is to plant shame, fear in the heart of the person. When you wake up, you say, "Oh, I saw myself in the dream doing a wedding. I saw someone claiming ownership over me in the dream." All those things make you, as a chosen soul, you become afraid. You begin to operate in fear. One thing you must understand is that darkness cannot force covenant on someone who belongs to God. Marriage is a covenant. A legal covenant requires your consent. It requires your agreement. It requires your participation. So when you have a bad dream that someone comes to, have intimacy with you in the dream and claim is your source, is your spouse, you need to know how to put a stop to that, because without an authority from you, that person is like a trespasser going into a place that they are not welcomed. So you must always know when to draw the line. So type "I understand," and I will tell you the most important steps that you can take to be free from this trap.